Hey everyone, and welcome to Glorious. Today is a special day because we are with the Pink Panda team. If you remembered a couple days ago, I released a video talking all about Pink Panda, this exciting new project, and I'm very fortunate enough to have Adam and Angry with me today to talk everything Pink Panda. So thanks guys for joining me on today's call.
It's
It's
great
great
to
to
be
be
here.
here. Thank you.
So cool. So, and like I said, I'm trying to do a lot more of these developer interviews because I think it's great for people like you guys to get in front of your potential investors and your current investors, and I think it's just an awesome thing overall. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. So, Adam, you are the founder. You obviously have all your information and background on the website. And Angry, it's nice meeting you. I think you're the lead developer on the project, so I appreciate you guys being here. So the real thing I want to start with was why did you pick the name Pink Panda? It was an interesting name. So yeah, off the bat, like why did you pick that name?
I'm still actually trying to see if anyone on our team remembers the exact specifics of it. I mean, we had a list of, I don't know, Angry, like 50 names that we were kind of going through. Oftentimes, coming up with a name is the hardest. And I just remember at some point, me or somebody blurted out, like, Pink Panda, and it just stuck. It, like, we never swayed away from it again. We all slept on it. The next day, I'm like, yeah, Pink Panda. And then the design started coming out and the image, and it just like kind of flowed from there. Do you remember that conversation, Angry? I sure don't.
So I don't remember. It's my memory's a bit fuzzy, but I remember. I think one of us was like, "Well, everyone loves pandas.
Yeah.
Pandas are super cute." And we
Yeah.
were like, "Okay, maybe something with a panda." And then
Yeah.
because of the cancer charity aspect of our mission,
Mhm.
someone mentioned, "Why not pink panda?" And I think we all kind of envisioned a cute pink panda in our minds, and we were like, "Yeah, that's pretty dope."
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized that obviously pandas. I agree with you. Pandas are awesome, and I realized when I was reviewing your guys' project last video that I totally didn't realize that you guys donated to like cancer charity, things like that, which
Mhm.
impacts a lot of people. So that's awesome. So obviously the pink goes along with that. Because I was wondering, I was really confused, like why did you pick pink? But I don't, obviously cancer charity makes a lot of sense. So yeah, so maybe talk a little bit a quick summary on what your project is about in case my viewers didn't see your previous video, and what's exciting about this project and what makes it unique. So I appreciate you guys being here today, but yeah, let me know
Okay.
about that.
Great. So maybe we'll do a little bit of a tag team here. We do this a lot. So I want to talk kind of more holistically about the project, and then we can let Angry talk a little bit more kind of about the tokenomics maybe, or the tech or what have you. So first and foremost, right, we're a mobile first app is being developed, and we're community driven, and so that's been a lot of the focus really for the last several weeks is, one, building out that community, and two, putting the first version of the app out. And so that app's been out for coming up on a week now. 1.0, we actually have a new release coming out here shortly. And so as we were kind of forming not only as a group but as the core of our community, we just, one, we already knew how powerful community could be. We've seen it from multiple examples, and we just really wanted to carry forward our ethics and our ethos, and really that just kind of setting a new standard, raising a bar within kind of the BSC scene, right? Of transparency, of really like community first, of doing something new and unique, and we also wanted to tie that into like a very a very profound use case that we felt like really hasn't really been looked at. I'll add one more thing and then I'll kick over to Angry. One of the things that I think is amazing about the Binance Smart Chain is, we all know it's very, very fast. We know it's extremely cheap. And what has been happening, and I'm kind of a little surprised by it, but I guess not really when I think about it, is we're really getting one, global outreach. We're getting people from all over the world that are buying our token, and two, we're seeing that there's a lot of like very small holders out there. And this is what I'd really hope to see, is that this is accessible to anyone. Someone who in India can have their life changed potentially by this, or Indonesia, or in the US and underserved communities. And I've gotten just a ton of tremendous feedback around that. So yeah, those are some of the things that have excited me about this, and that we're seeing kind of happening now. Kick it over to Angry maybe to talk a little bit more about the DEX and kind of the underlying tech.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think what drew me to this project was, I mean, first and foremost, the recent and pretty astounding popularity of the Binance Smart Chain BSC. But then something I realized was that popularity, unlike other chains, unusually didn't come along with developer focus. Like, you don't have many strong developer teams focusing on building tooling for the Binance Smart Chain that kind of caters to what users want and need. And so there's kind of just been that tremendous lack of sophisticated platforms, and the ones that do exist are just very lackluster. They're not very good. And then the second kind of very similar thing that's been going on is all the platforms in BSC just think like, the developers are kind of just thinking like, oh, this is a fork of the EVM. It's an Ethereum fork. So we're just going to build the same thing as what's on Ethereum, copy that, and we'll make a quick buck. What they don't realize is, I mean, while it is the same virtual machine, the same computing environment, the faster block times and larger blocks allow for new possibilities. And so I think we're the first team to really build a platform specifically designed for BSC that isn't just a copy of something on Ethereum or a copy and paste DeFi product. It's something that really takes into account the particularities of how BSC is designed and builds something optimized for it. And that allows us to build something that just hasn't been done on Ethereum because it can't. It probably will be done soon in Ethereum on an L2, but can't be done on the main chain. And you really only see things like this on chains like Solana. And so we're building, I mean, first it's an order book, and order books are far more efficient than automated market makers like PancakeSwap. And secondly, it allows 5x margin trading within the app. And that's cross margin, which means that's how you get up to 5x. And a platform similar to this launched just recently, like a couple of days ago on Solana, instantly captured 25% of the entire trading volume on the entire chain. And I think that something similar will happen when we launch, simply because it's pretty obvious. I mean, why wouldn't you use it? It's better. And that's kind of what drew me to this project.
So I know you mentioned it before, and I guess you guys have like a mobile first strategy, and I think that's awesome. I think it makes a lot of sense. I have a background in online marketing and ads and things like that, and I know the time spent on mobile versus others, but I just wanted to see like, why was that your guys' focus, and maybe anything you want to talk about that the app as well.
I mean, I'll go first. Like, who doesn't have a mobile phone, right? They've almost become ubiquitous. And I also think that in the last, 5-6 years, right, we've really seen apps that have a relatively simple, sleek interface that are relatively easy to use, adopt, are very successful, right? And we've also seen them become much more tightly integrated with social media. We love how you can directly interface right with the end user. I'll tell you what I do is, when I get up in the morning, I check my PINKPANDA app and I can check the price and the holdings. I don't have to get on and log onto my computer and do those things. I just can look, and I'm like, wow, we have functionality absolutely out the gate here that is usable. And so that's kind of, as we've been attacking it from an MVP perspective, is each release we want something that's usable from immediately, right? We don't need necessarily a flashy, fancy, spectacular, complex interface. Let's just give what an end user would want to have, right, to access their holdings or to understand what their reflections might be, or to see what the latest news is, or see if there's a contest they can vote on. Those are relatively simple concepts, and I've seen a lot of over engineering going on sometimes, and I think that's something that on the mobile phone, you really aren't, you really don't want to do that, right? Angry, what do you think? I'd love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone who's been trading on BSC knows that the most popular wallet is Trust Wallet on people's mobile devices. Second most popular, I would hazard a guess, is MetaMask, the mobile app. And so, I mean, everyone on BSC is using their mobile devices, on Ethereum as well, which is, I'd say, probably an older crowd. People are increasingly using their mobile devices, which is why, I mean, apps like Argent and Rainbow are gaining massive popularity and VC funding, etc. I mean, I think everyone knows it. The mobile is the future. If everyone uses it, it's more convenient, it's better, especially as mobile devices become more popular. So, I mean, in my mind, the real question is, why isn't any other platform building a mobile app? It's kind of weird. I just don't get it. That's where your users are.
Yeah, I definitely do a majority of and I do use Trust Wallet, so you're right. So I do a majority of everything that I do on mobile app, because at that moment sadly, I'm waking up in either the middle of the night or early in the morning, and I'm checking and I'm buying or selling. And I think it makes sense. You have it on your person at all times. And yeah, so I think it makes sense. And even you guys having a mobile app already, I know you guys are early on in your project. I know a lot of people on the roadmap, they're like, okay, maybe in phase 3 or 4, we plan to build a mobile app. So it's great that you guys are a project already who focus on that, wanted to get something out the door, and it's usable. So I think that makes a lot of sense, and especially for me and my viewers, is they use Trust Wallet. They like mobile apps. They like feeling like they're a part of the project, and having some sort of visual interface, is something that exactly what they want and need. So I think it's a big plus.
I want to stress that. I mean, we did that very intentionally. We decided to release our mobile app right after launch, after only about a week of development, because we know that people in BSC are scarred. It's hard to trust projects in BSC these days. Everyone promises, like everything in their own maps, right? It's like you can promise anything. You can say whatever you want, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool." But we think that launching a mobile app within a week of launch, a week of development, I think shows pretty conclusively that we know what we're doing and we're actually building.
Cool. Yeah. So, and then my next question I had for you guys, I know we talked about the mobile app, super exciting. Was there something else along the roadmap that is super exciting for you guys that you're looking forward to, that you're like, oh, once we do that? I saw a lot of things around like charity stuff. I talk a lot about charities in my in my channel, and I do a lot of videos on. I've pretty much covered a bunch of charities. I think you guys are the first one that I've actually done that focuses on cancer charity, which is awesome. And I actually saw on your website you had your video on like your first donation, and so that's awesome. So that's what's exciting to me. But I wanted to ask you guys, as the project owners, of like what's coming in the near future that you want to talk about, if you can talk about it. That's just exciting for you guys, because obviously there's a lot going on, and yeah, so just want to see if there's anything super exciting you guys wanted to mention that you're most excited about.
Sure. Well, this may not come as a surprise, but like, again, Angry being more tech leaning and me being kind of more community leaning, I'm really excited about enabling community voting and like letting the community start to drive more contests, more kind of the decision making, helping us decide what charities, to sponsor next, making it a lot of fun and engaging. I mean, I feel like we're already crushing it from that perspective. If you join our Telegram chat, I think you're really hard pressed to find a community as strong as ours, especially after 15 days. And I think we've got a long way to go in that, because this is a long-term project, right? We may have a 6-month roadmap, but we intend to continue after that roadmap, obviously. So that's really what excites me, I think, the most, and the positive feedback. I've been on a lot of big projects. I've done a lot of work. I've never been on one where I felt just like so humbled and connected to that community and the causes that we're working on, and at the same time having like real tech, a legitimate use case, and working with like professionals like Angry and others who are just really like showing what we can do with innovation. What's exciting you on the tech side, Angry?
I mean, what's exciting me is finally making BSC a blockchain with good tooling and giving people products that are powerful and a delight to use. I mean, like personally, as a trader who usually loses money, but a trader nonetheless. Like I would love to play with leverage on a decentralized exchange. I'd like to do it safely, securely, not with the current leverage products, which are pretty terrible. And so, I mean, in other words, right now, if I want to play with leverage, I need to go to a centralized exchange, and that's kind of negates the whole purpose of crypto. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Those sound like great things. Yeah, for me, like I focus on just buying strictly. I mean, obviously, I buy my outfit, but for BSC, like I know my viewers stick to that. Again, it's easily accessible, things like that. Just makes things a lot more easier. People are used to Trust Wallet, PancakeSwap, etc. And I think it's great that you guys are looking to improve that. So cool. And I thought one of you guys were gonna say like your wall of memes or something like that was your most interesting or most thing you're looking forward to. More people adding to that. And if you guys are not aware, they have a wall of memes on their website, which you could add fun memes and I think that just goes to it. Like you guys are really focused on community. I know you mentioned community voting, and for me, that's what people are looking for. They want something to. They want to feel attached to the project. They want to feel like they're not only just a holder and not do anything, but their voice matters. Whether that's from for me, who I do a lot of giveaways on my channel, and they like that type of stuff. It's just like people feeling like they belong in projects they want to stick to. Like they don't want to jump on a handful of new projects every week. They want to feel like they really want to invest their money in a project and be there for long term. And it's great to see all the traction you guys made in such a short amount of time. I think you said 15 days. I keep forgetting it's only been that long. You guys accomplished so much. So I think that's obviously awesome, and kudos to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean the memes have been pretty cool. So many. Every time something funny happens, like 70 memes come pouring in. Yeah.
I mean, we love to be just kind of whimsical and fun in there. So like we do some airdrop contests. So kind of spontaneously, my girlfriend asked me if we should get a pink panda tattoo this week, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I put out an airdrop contest and said, anyone who gets a pink panda tattoo before me, we'll do an airdrop too. And someone within 15 minutes had a tattoo. It was insane. And then we had, I think, five total have had one since then. And I don't think I can see.
You got to show it. Yeah, I was going to ask.
I wore a tight shirt. That was not smart. I mean, the reveal. There it is.
You got that just a couple hours ago, right?
Yeah, just a few hours ago, and it's gorgeous. I love it. So,
yeah, no, I was gonna say like
we're having fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say two things. One is you guys have a good logo, so that's awesome. If you didn't have a good logo, I'd be like, are you sure you want to get that? So it's awesome. And I actually do on a lot of my videos comment. I also do have like a design art background, so I always comment on people's logos and website designs. So I'm glad that you guys have a great logo, and it means a lot to you. Obviously, the charity component to it, so that's great. And yeah, I think it's awesome that you've done the airdrop stuff to help boost the community, and it also proves to. I mean, you don't have to prove with me, but also the new people that are watching that you guys are in this for the long term, right? Like I've talked to a lot of projects that are like, okay, we're gonna work on this project now, and then work on this next project or launch a new token, things like that. Like this is I don't know how more committed you can show to have a tattoo, etc. So I think you're in it for the long term, and you're excited about everything that you're doing in the past 15 days, but everything that's coming up in the future. So I think there's like a lot of exciting projects out there. I know we talk on this channel about like SafeMoon, and like we focus a lot on dog coins like Shiba and Alaska Inu, things like that, and Kishu. That just goes on and on. So you guys being Panda focused, I think that's the first project that's about a panda. So that's obviously unique, and I think that just attracts a lot of people. I've seen a lot of the memes that focus on Panda, so I thought that was a great decision on your guys' part. I think the fact that you guys are mobile focused makes a lot of sense. I think that having that focus, and for our users, and I think people, like I talk about MetaMask all the time, and I do like before you buys, and I talk about like how you buys. I think that I use MetaMask strictly on my desktop, but I know a lot of people out there use their mobile phone, so I think that makes a lot of sense. I talk about accessibility. I work at a company that's all about accessibility, and I think that's what you want to do for a project, especially a new project that expects to grow. And I think for new people out there, that's super important.
It's funny, we hear a lot of times like is this the next SafeMoon? Is this the next Shiba Inu? Well, one, we're pandas, and two, I think it's maybe the question to be asked is later on is this the next Pink Panda? Because we're the first Pink Panda.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, and I think a lot of things you guys are doing is like super unique, and a lot of these other projects, like I said, people want to stick to, okay, what is a project that they really believe in and focus on, and I think you guys have separated yourself from those Shiba Inus and the SafeMoons, etc. I think they've, SafeMoon has been around and they have a lot of things on the roadmap, but I think especially the mobile focus and everything that you're trying to do with integrating the community and all the great stuff I've seen on your Twitter about interacting with the community, I think have just been awesome. And again, like I said, I've seen a lot of excitement from my viewers on Pink Panda, and it's definitely a project that sticks out.
Thank you. It's great to hear. Yeah, like the messages, I can't tell you how many like inspiring messages I get from people who really love our project, and it's just great. I probably get 5 or 10 a day, just people thanking us and saying I was drawn to you because I lost a relative, or I've struggled, I'm a survivor, and not only that, but I love your use case. Not only that, but I love your community. It's been just amazing.
Cool. So again, it was great talking to you guys. I don't know if you guys wanted to leave any last words with the community. Obviously, I'm going to keep giving my viewers updates on this project. Again, I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely invested in it. I'm not going to say how much I'm invested in it, but I think it's a great project. And I think talking with you guys today really proved to me, even if it proved to me before, that that you guys are super excited about a project. And for me, I like to see founders, developers who are excited about a project, because that means that they're committed. I don't know how much more committed you can be with getting a tattoo, and it's crazy to see that other people are getting tattoos. I'm a little bit far away from getting a tattoo myself. I've had no tattoos. I don't know if the first tattoo I'm gonna get is gonna be a Pink Panda tattoo. No slight to you guys, but
we'll work on you. We'll work on you.
If you guys definitely, if you guys, if you guys definitely moon, then I will definitely possibly think about getting one. But I appreciate you. Again, I shouldn't have put that on. I probably shouldn't have put that on video, but maybe I'll edit that out. I shouldn't have put that on video. My wife is not gonna be happy with that, but who knows? But yeah, I don't know if you guys had any last words for my viewers or your community who could be watching this.
I'm just going to shout out and thank everyone for all their support. And we get a lot of kind of jokes in there we talked about before. So when bamboo, soon bamboo.
Bamboo.
Bamboo. Nice. Cool. So so thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys. I'll leave a link in the description to learn more about Pink Panda, links to the Telegram group. I know you guys, I've been in there. I know you guys talk about the community. I've seen that it's awesome, and everyone's very supporting and hopeful on this project. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Again, thanks Adam and Angry for joining me today, and I'll definitely look forward to talking about this project in the near future. So thanks.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us, Brandon. It was a pleasure.